Good Wednesday morning. It is day 3 of our cleaning week to get stuff done for back to school. Yesterday, we were able to finish this kitchen. You can see I put the dishes away. There's a couple dishes over here that we need to get put away, but we'll take care of that in a minute. But looky here. Most of the sink is empty. There's just a few things from this morning. 1 or 2 things maybe from last night. We basically finished up the kitchen itself and it's still mostly clean. What I usually do, I never really talk about it, what I usually do on weeks where we're like taking a whole week to clean, or whenever we need to take time to deep clean, is I will recheck areas that I did the day before or maybe a couple days before each morning before I start. Then I will do whatever my chore for that day is. And I divided everything out with my time frame. So the kitchen is still mostly clean. Madeline put this cute sign. Check this out. Madeline put this cute sign over at my coffee station. I wish I had wall space to put that up. I need to get this hinge fixed. This will stay closed without that spatula in there. Most of that's finished up. I have some laundry that needs washed. I'm also waiting on, I am for the first time going to attempt to order my detergent through Kroger pickup. Because number 1, we've been saving gas money. I'm not going, we live in the greater Knoxville area. Closest Walmart is in Knoxville and it's a drive to get there. It's like almost an hour round trip. I'm gonna try a Kroger pickup, which is less than 10 minutes from my house, and see if we can get detergent through pickup. And there was a coupon this week for our Gain detergent that we've switched to. One of the things that we don't cut cost on is detergent, and we use name brand detergent. They had a coupon for it. We'll see if they have it. If not, we're gonna have to order it from Amazon. We did order it from Amazon at the beginning of lockdown in March, and it came through and it was fine. But I'm trying to cut out driving time during school time, so I'm trying to pick that up. So we're not gonna finish laundry today. All that said, we're not gonna I try to add little tips and tricks in as we go. One of the purposes of our channel is, number 1, to help my children, like when they grow up, to be able to know how mom did things if I forget or if they wanna know something. Number 2, it's to help other people know what to do and how we do things. We just call our channel a How We Do channel. So laundry may have to wait until detergent gets here. I order on Wednesday. We schedule the money out for the next grocery order on the week that we're on. Like it's Wednesday this week. Our weeks for payday goes from Friday to Thursday. This past Friday is paying for this week's grocery order. So we order on Wednesday because it goes pending immediately from our bank. I don't know if everybody else's does that. Ours goes immediately pending. I order on Wednesday, we pick up on Friday. Couple things out in here. Floor needs checked again real quick, but it was mopped. So we're starting off on a really good note. My room was finished on Monday, and I took time this morning, made the bed before I went and worked in the office. There's a couple things we need to do in here. My hook, I have this hook for my robe and it keeps coming out of the wall because they didn't put it on a stud. So either I'm gonna have to figure out a new place to hang our robes or maybe look into something on the back of the door, but I don't like doing that because like then the door won't open all the way and then it just makes the bathroom feel smaller. But if we have to, that's what we're gonna do. But those are done. So today's to-do list, the office, and the kids' craft room. So the 2 basically craft rooms slash office slash whatever we feel like calling it at that current moment. Used to be their toy room, and it already looks a ton better. They've been working on it while I've been working this morning. Let's see, it already looks a lot better. Let me show you. I'm gonna turn you around real quick. Madeline took time. We had these bins set aside for her just for her sewing supplies, so she's been working on that. Her old dresser is also used for sewing supplies and things. I need to move these Lego shelves. Occasionally they end up getting pushed over, so I'm gonna help them do that. They are going to pick up beadwork. She has already cleaned up her arts and crafts supplies. She's got a couple more things on her desk, but that's looking a ton better. This looks a lot better than it did. It's just when we started pulling out stuff to sort, it kind of, I don't know, it just always feels like when you're trying to clean, it sometimes causes a bigger mess before you finish than when you started. I don't know. So we're gonna work on that. I'm actually gonna move that plastic tablecloth into the closet, and I may redo that closet this school year. I don't know yet. So far the room's already looking a ton better. Now let me take it to my office. I'm actually only going to show my half of the office for privacy purposes, and I don't want to get into that. This is my half of the office. I may end up getting rid of this filing cabinet. We do actually still use this filing cabinet, but I think we can condense it down. The smaller filing cabinet is for school purposes only. Then I have sewing supplies, sewing machines. The problem is we really want to make this recliner work in here because this is the space that Matt and I also use for at-home date night. This is a place where we just come and relax and have just us time, especially right now when we can't get a sitter. I don't want my daughter, my oldest daughter, to feel like she has to be built-in babysitter, so I don't ever ask her to babysit that, and she just turned into a teenager, and I don't want to be like, congratulations, you're 13, you're old enough to babysit. So we just try to do as much at-home stuff as we can, especially right now because we can't get a sitter. So this is our little private space to have. So I'm wanting to try to make this recliner work in here, which means I may end up getting rid of some stuff. One thought is to get rid of the big filing cabinet, keep just a small one, and the other thing too is that like this one doesn't have a key to the lock anymore. This does, and I really like that because I like having to be able to lock it. But I may, and then that's a school crate, I may try to make that work out in the living room. I actually don't need all of that drawer space anymore because we've moved all the kids' craft supplies out of here, and I also added my embroidery supplies to their embroidery supplies, and we do it together, which is also where that goes. So I may try to condense some of this down today, and I may see if we can get rid of the big filing cabinet, condense down to just the smaller one, shift some of this over, and put the recliner right here where my current serger table is. Then there's also some odds and ends supplies here. 2 crates of stuff that I need to go through. This is a crate of yarn. I'm trying to finish off the yarn, and I'm also making a granny square scrap yarn blanket or afghan, and it's kind of like my special project that I started for a lot of at-home time right now. But it was up here, but I took all that down. All of that, and then that was on top of our old dresser. And now that we have the newer dressers, number one, I wanted it to more simplistic, easy to clean. So I was fine with all that there, and it's fine, but now I have a little less room, so I need to condense down some of the craft supplies that I have left, see if I can move any of it over to the craft room with the kids and work on it from there. I'm thinking all of that actually could go in a bin in the craft room. We'll have to see. We'll see. Not 100% yet. That's my goal, is to kind of condense my stuff down. I'm also trying to make my desk more functional. I got rid of a couple of things that were just clutter that I wasn't using on there. I've got my calendar up there, and that's why I haven't moved my desk over and put his recliner here, is that I really like having my calendar right there, and I finally got this set up to where it's my personal office space, which is why I don't want to put it there. And he's fine with that. But we still want to make the recliner work where it's not blocking our closet door, because that's our storage closet for all of our decor, like our seasonal decor. Our Christmas trees in there, all of my Thanksgiving decor that I love putting up and we'll be putting up next month, sorry, is in there. So that's my goal today. I'm going to try to condense this down. I really want to be more minimalistic with my spaces, so my spaces take less time to clean, so I can focus more on the girls right now. Like I said, all of this, that's my job, that's my goal. There's not much, there's that box needs to get rid of, but like I said, there's not much there. Any office ideas and tips you have, let me know. Oh, one other thing, I may, like, this is my personal space for like drawer stuff. I'm thinking of getting a unit with smaller drawers with drawer organizers, because I feel like I'm wasting space in those, because I don't use like that much space. I'm using like half of the space in those. Let me know if you have tips and tricks. Let me, just like I said, let me know that. Also, the other thing that I like about my desk right here is, you saw when we did our drink station, we actually ended up having to put a Wi-Fi extender in the kitchen. So what we did was, any of our Wi-Fi stuff in here is now connected to the Wi-Fi extender, except our foreign one, because weird as this is, that is the only space in this room that will actually consistently pick up Wi-Fi, and so is there. That wall picks up 0 Wi-Fi without the extender, and that Wi-Fi extender already has 5 devices on it currently right now. It can't really take much more than that. So that's helping, because like literally without that extender, we couldn't be on the computer in the office and have Disney Plus on in the living room. Both of them would kick off the internet, because we have very unreliable internet in this area. So this space would not work for my desk because of that. And I don't want to put a chair at a desk right in front of the closet door. So that it's not going to work. Like I said, my ideal is that chair right here, but I have to move stuff around to make it work. Starting with completely clearing off my desk and fixing to vacuum it. Just completely vacuum it off. Then I'm going to dry dust the printer and my whiteboard's fine for now, and then put everything back on my desk and move outward from there. First desk is finished and I am happy with it for right now, for how it looks, and I am going to leave it alone. Next I'm going to work on this part. Game room, craft room, kids craft room, whatever they want to call it today, is officially finished. Didn't take them long. We've definitely gone a lot more minimalistic with this room of like hoarding things and stuff. Plus most of it's craft supplies and everything has its own place to go. So it was just a matter of picking stuff up, putting it where it goes. Most of it was beads, and what we're gonna start doing is whenever we're cleaning, just put all the beads into a jar. The next time we get the beads back out, that's one of my kids scrubbing a door. The next time we get the beads back out, we will just take from the jar and put them in the individual containers as we're getting beads out. That way we're not having to do it every single time and pull every single container out every single time. This much of the office is finished. I'm still not 100% finished with it. We'll see here in a minute. So we ran into a glitch trying to move that filing cabinet and trying to get the chair right here. We're calling it done for tonight, but this looks a ton better than it did. Not as much junk just piled up here. So we're calling it done for now. Hopefully maybe in the next month we'll be able to figure out what we're gonna do in here. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.